You are either entering into your trades too early or too late, and because of this reason, you're losing a lot of your money or you're missing a lot of good trade opportunities. So in this video, I am going to teach you when is the right time to enter into the trade, and I am also going to share the exact strategy that I use to make sure that I am taking the trade at the right moment. So let's get into this video. As always, the very first step is that we need to identify the overall market direction. In this example that we have on Euro Australian dollar 15-minute time frame, we are going to the upside for a very long period of time. We made this higher high, then we made this higher low, created this higher high, then again retested that level of higher low that we created previously, and then this big buyers movement happened to the upside, and we ended up breaking our previous higher high that we created right here. So now we have this strong impulsive movement to the upside, and we have our higher high here. Now the problem is that most of the traders, when they want to take the trade, they just mark the area from where we have previously broken the higher high, which is right here, and they start to wait until the market will make a pullback to this area and they take the buy opportunity. But that is not the right way to take the trade, because we need confirmations first. If the market will just come to this level of resistance that we broke, retest that level here, it does not mean that it will go up, because we need confirmations if we want to enter into the market at the right time. So they're just gonna, take the trade right when they will start seeing some rejections like we are having right now. So they are going to enter into the trade right here by thinking that market will now just reverse from this area, because we have retested our higher high area or a resistance that we broke, and they're going to place their stop loss right here and their target at the recent high, which is right here. So what's gonna happen, that they're ultimately gonna either lose this trade opportunity or it will be too early entry, which will again make them lose this trade. Now what is the reason why this trade did not work? First of all, when the market is going to the upside, like we are making higher highs right here, we have broken the previous higher high, it does not mean that we are just gonna buy randomly, because in this example that we can see, we did break the previous higher high, but the market, it did not only retest this level of resistance. You can see that it even went lower, and from this level right here, the market started to go up. So sometimes there can be a deeper pullback. So whenever the market will only come to the previous resistance, which is right here, and retest that level, it does not mean that market will start to go up. So we need confirmations first. So what kind of a strategy I use, that I first like to see if the market, because we have created this big buyers movement and we are making a pullback to the downside, if the market stops at some level, creates a support level, which will give us the indication that market can reverse from that level, because we are in the overall buyer's trend, as we can see the movement from here as well. So now as the sellers are coming down, so I was just waiting to see how the market will create a support. And as we can see that we have this support level right here, and the reason why I am considering this level our support is because from this level, when we have created this higher high and market is making a pullback, this is the area from where the market actually made a movement to the upside. So this can work as our reference, because the moment market will come to this level again, we can expect a reaction from the sellers right at this area. So when we will get any sort of rejection and we see some sort of reaction from the sellers that they are unable to go down, we can take the entry to the upside. So what I always do, that I just mark the lowest point of the support, which is right here, and I wait until the market will come to the downside again towards this area. But during that time, the most important thing is that they should never break the previous higher high, which is right here. They must reject at this area before coming to the downside, and when they will be coming to the downside, they must be coming like this movement, like in a proper struggling movement to the downside, and there should be at least some sort of a rejection here before we can take the entry to the upside. So if the market only comes to the downside like that, even we get a rejection right here, we're never gonna take the entry, because the sellers will be too strong then. So we just need to wait to see how the market is gonna come to this level. If we get any sort of rejection with a lot of struggle from the seller side in the momentum, then we can take the buy. If the sellers have a lot of momentum to the downside, then we will again wait to see a better market price action. Now, as we can see, the market is now coming down. And we can already see a lot of strength from the sellers right here. But as we haven't really come to that level from where the buyer started and we made this big support level, so we are not sure what kind of a rejection we will get right here. Now here you can see that I said that if market makes this kind of big sellers movement to the downside, we will never take the buy even if we get any sort of a rejection. Now we are getting the rejection right at here, which is the support level, but because the momentum of the sellers are very strong, which is the indication that this is not the right time to take the entry. Market can go to the upside, but it does not confirm that it will go to the upside. We can just simply make a movement to the downside as well. And the reason why I am saying that we need to focus on the momentum from the sellers, if we compare this side right here, which is the movement from the buyers, to this sellers movement, we can clearly see that the sellers have a lot of strength inside their movement, which is right here. So if the buyers want to make a movement to the upside, then why the sellers are having a lot of momentum? So this is the indication for me to wait, because this will not be a good time for us to take the trade. Now, as you can see that market, even though we have made the movement to the upside, it does not mean that we are going to chase the market and we start placing the trade right at this area, place our stop loss here and target with only 0.90 risk to reward ratio trade. We need a trade opportunity at this support level, and for that purpose we need a lot of rejections and a losing strength in the momentum from the sellers, which are going to be the confirmation for us to take the buy. But as we did not have that, so we're not gonna take any buy, and we're gonna just simply place our line of support right to this level, because this is the area from where the sellers ended their movement and buyers started. And now when we look at this buyers movement right here, we can see that the buyers have a lot of strength this time. So only if we start to have a seller's rejection and we come to the downside like this movement, then there can be a trade opportunity for us right at this area. Now, as the sellers are now going to the downside, and we can clearly see that now the sellers are taking some time to go down, we are having some sort of a struggle as compared to the previous sellers movement. So this sellers movement definitely looks like that we have a lot of struggle in the momentum, a lot of weakness in the momentum as compared to the buyers movement. So that is what we need. Now, as the sellers just came to this level and we are just getting rejected, so what we are gonna do, we just need to wait the final confirmation. And what kind of a final confirmation we need? We can either get our second rejection right here, or we can make any sort of break of previous resistance, and then market will test this and then we will take the trade. So let's see what's happened. As you can see that market just made this lower high right here. This is the lower high in this miniature level of the seller's movement, and if we just compare the left hand side of the buyer's momentum to the right hand side of the seller's momentum, there is definitely a difference, and market definitely seems to have a lot of weakness in the momentum when the sellers are coming to the downside. And we have already tested the level of the support from where we were expecting a rejection. We got rejected. Sellers made a lower high here. We tried to go down to create a lower low, but we failed, and buyers made a big movement to the upside, and we have just broken this previous lower high area, which is right here. So if we just wait to see until the market will retest this level of the lower high which we broke, which is also acted as a resistance, if we retest this level, gets a rejection here, we can simply place the buy, because now we will have double confirmation. First confirmation is that there is a lot of weakness in the momentum of sellers. The second is that we have got the rejection right at this area and the buyers are picking up strength. The third rejection can be that we have just broken the previous resistance area. If we come to retest that level, we can simply place the entry, and that will be the perfect time for us to enter into this trade for the buy side. As we can see, the market has retested the level of resistance, which is right here. So anywhere we place our trade here, put our stop loss just at the area from where the rejection, the big rejection happened, and our target at this high area from where we have got rejected multiple times can be a good trade opportunity for us, and it is going to be a 2.2 risk to reward ratio trade. So let's see how this trade will play out. Now, as you can see that the moment we got rejected at this area, as we have got multiple confirmations, the first one being the losing momentum in this seller's movement that we have here. The second is getting a rejection at this support, the big support level inside this big buyer's uptrend. And the third one is that we previously broken this resistance level, which is now acting as a support. These are the confirmations that we need if we need to place the trade at the right moment and if we need a higher probability of the trade going into our favor. So as you can see, the market has already hit our take profit. So this turned out to be a good trade opportunity. So you need multiple confirmations in your trading strategy which can help you place the trade at the exact moment from when it will start to go in your favor. And that was my strategy that I use most of the times. So let me know what are your comments on this strategy. Let me know what do you think about this strategy. And if you have any question as well, let me know in the comment section. So thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button and turn on the notification. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Peace out.